Hello, 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 guys. This is your girl, S Nova, the Universal Donor, and I'd like to welcome you back to Stiletto Empress Tarot at s.e.tarot99. Thank you so much for visiting. Thank you for all your likes, your comments, your shares, your subscribes. Be sure to tell a friend so that way we can all be friends. Yes and yes. Happy pre-4th of July to everybody. I hope that everybody plans to be safe. No drinking and driving. Please don't drink and drive, and don't drink and swim. Don't do none of that, because it can definitely cause some problems. We don't need to be under the influence in situations to where we are disheveled and cannot help ourselves, right? So, just to get things started, I'm going to give you a little bit of information, some things that I'm working on and some things that I'm learning. Let's talk about the current retrogrades. Right now, we are in Pluto retrograde, which is from May 4th to October 13th. Not 30th. May 4th to October 13th. Pluto was considered the 9th planet, and then they reneged on Pluto's title because it didn't meet 3 criterias. I didn't get to look in on the criterias, but I will explain what Pluto means in regards to retrograde. It means old baggage around resources and relationships, revisiting fears, unresolved issues, both personal and professional. So when I think about them reneging on the planet Pluto, it makes me think that some people don't want the past revisited. They are scared of the past coming back to the surface. They're scared of their personal life and their professional life being revisited, especially in regards to how they maintain relationships and how they got resources. During that time, power struggles are examined. It's very important that you emotionally detox and release, and you face your shadow side. You don't, anything that hurt you in the past, anything that made you feel uneasy, you need to face it. Face your demons. Face your shadows. Do the shadow work, And a lot of people, they don't want to face their demons. They don't want to emotionally detox, because being emotionally unstable is how they got everything, aka a pity party, woe is me, and how they built relationships, whether it be trauma bonds or manipulating people to make them seem like they're the victim and somebody's doing something to them. So when they say Pluto has been reneged on as a planet, and I look at the retrograde, yeah, I bet it has, because somebody don't want the truth to come out about how they got to where they are and how they built the relationships that they have. And a lot of it was built on them not wanting to heal and not wanting to face their shadow side, as well as feeling inferior, therefore putting on a show, lying, cheating, stealing, and scamming to gain positions of power. That's Pluto. We have Neptune, y'all, which is starting tomorrow. Neptune is starting tomorrow, which will go from July 4th to December 10th in Aries and Pisces. Now with Aries and Pisces, Aries is appearance. I am is the phrase. Pisces is karma and past acts, which is we care. So Neptune in retrograde is meaning that people are forced to face reality. Oh, and by the way, let me just go back to Pluto real quick, being the 9th planet. Number 9 means intensity, accumulations, you know. It means courage and action, being willing to face your fears, being willing to face your demons and take action upon self-healing. Neptune, being the 8th planet, is change and progress, reward, rules, responsibility. That number 8 goes into Saturn. And guess what? Saturn retrograde is right after Neptune's retrograde starts. So yeah, rules and responsibility. It's a lot of people that's going to have to be held accountable for the things that they did. So anyway, Neptune, July 4th to December 10th, forced to face reality. People will be seen for who and what they are. There will be no more rose-colored glasses. There will be no hiding under a mask. There will be no pretending to be what it is. You are going to have to face your demons. You're going to have to face every single thing that you did. You're going to have to stand up and look at it. Most importantly, these people that got to where they are on the backs of others, lying, cheating, stealing, and abusing, they are going to have to take a good, hard look at themselves, because there will be no veils. There will be nothing that they can hide under. So during that time, it's very important to get in tune with your spirituality and reevaluate what inspires you. You know, reevaluate what makes you do what you do. And these people, these negative energies, these karmics, they're going to have to reevaluate too. Have you been, what have you been following? Because obviously it hasn't been of a higher power for you to be doing such negative things. No, you've been following darkness. Reevaluate your spirituality. Reevaluate what you believe in. Reevaluate what has made you do the things that you've been doing. You did? And I told you, 8, planet, change, progress, reward. It's Saturn, rules and responsibility. Saturn retrograde, July 13th through November 28th. Once again, it is between it is between Aries and Pisces. Appearance, karma, and past acts. And what that tells me is when you look at Pluto and when you look at Saturn, they say Pluto ain't no real planet. Therefore, whatever Pluto come with, which means that you have to look at yourself. Nah, we're not counting that. We're just going to disregard that. But Saturn is real. Saturn is real. Saturn, you're going to have to review structures and responsibilities. You're going to have to address unresolved issues and face your karmic lessons. Neptune, forced to face reality. Pluto, revisiting fears and unresolved issues. Everybody is going to have to take a look at themselves in the mirror. These last 2 quarters of the year, this last half of the year, it's going to be a lot of people taking a very hard look at themselves. A very hard look. And people are going to have to be mindful. They're going to have to review and reflect. All 3 retrogrades keep telling people, look at what you did. All 3 retrogrades literally break down to look at what you did, look at how you did it, look at who you are. Look at you. You cannot hide from the truth. People are going to have to review and reflect, address past issues, and practice self-compassion. Meaning, if you have done something in your past that you're not necessarily proud of, you need to be able to forgive and heal you. You need to be able to forgive yourself. A lot of us have done things in our past that we're not proud of. But there are also a lot of people that did things in their past and they didn't care who they hurt or who they stepped on. That's why karma's coming for that ass. Saturn, the 6th planet, moving forward, harmony, complete, Venus, love and values. You see? Saturn, you're being judged on your values. You're being judged on how you took on certain situations. And you're going to get your karma. Karma. Karma is going to happen no matter what. So if we go back to Pluto, number 9. Higher mind, distant travel, philosophy, religion, teaching, education, mutable, Jupiter, Sagittarius. Sagittarius is we seek, seeking a higher knowledge. So there are people that are going to be looking at a lot of karmics, and they are going to be finding out what was up. Neptune, force to face reality. 8th planet, right? 8th house, secrets, ritual, occult and power, death, regeneration, sexual activity, assets and finances, legacies and wills. What is that? Pluto. Yeah. So they can take Pluto out of the map, but they can't take the map out of Pluto. Pluto is still going to show up. Pluto's still going to show up. The unconscious nature that brings about great transformations. People are going to have to change, detox and release. Face your demons. Saturn, the 6th planet, moving forward, harmony complete. 6, Venus, love and values. Yes. Yes. 6th house, work, health, change with service and devotion, improvement, self-analysis, discipline, and habits. A lot of people, it all boils down to a lot of people are going to have to look in the mirror. A lot of people are going to be going through, please forgive me, I'm still learning a lot of things, but when you get ready to go to the afterlife and they say, is your heart as light as a feather? And you put your heart on the scale. A lot of people are going to have to face the truth of themselves. They don't have no choice. You can't lie, you can't cheat, you can't steal. And let me tell you something, Saturn retrograde, baby. Saturn retrograde lasts from 2025 to 2028 in Aries and Pisces. Aries is how you appear, what you are. Pisces is we care. We care about your past acts and we care about what the karma is. It's a lot of people that are going to be in trouble for these next 3 years. Pluto, Neptune, Saturn, the next 3 years, 3 for 3. Now, Pluto ends October 13th. Neptune ends December 10th. But Saturn is going to go on for a while. But what I'm saying is all 3 of these retrogrades is saying, look at yourself. Tell the truth. Accept the consequences. Learn from your mistakes and heal. I'll say it again. All 3 retrogrades is saying, look at yourself. Tell the truth. Accept the consequences and heal. Practice self-compassion. That is a part of healing. No matter what you've done, good, bad, or ugly. But anyway, let's get on down to it. July 3rd, James 31 through 6. The tongue is a small part of the body, but it makes great boast. So it's been some people out here that's really been talking like they really about that life. And now, what did I just say? They're going to have to look at themselves. Because people are going to see them for what they are. They cannot hide. They cannot cloak. There will be no rose-colored glasses. None of that. The tongue is a small part of the body, but it makes great boasts. You know what that means? Folks been talking a lot of big shit, and they small fries, and everybody's gonna see it. Everybody's gonna know it. Just a spark. When was the last time your tongue got away from you? What will help you keep a tight rein on your words and strength from the Most High? Pretty much is saying those that have been running around talking, they're about to get exposed. Karma's on that ass. Aries and Pisces is in Neptune and Saturn. You feel me? Neptune and Saturn. So even after this year, I told you, Saturn retrograde is going to last from 2025 to 2028. For the next 3 years, people are going to be getting exposed for all that shit that they talked. Period. With just a spark. That's what it's called, just a spark. And how ironic is the 4th of July tomorrow with just a spark. And what retrograde starts tomorrow? Neptune. Forced to face reality. Be seen for who and what you are. Baby, if you have been waiting, collective, if you have been waiting for people to receive their just dues, and I don't mean like you've been wishing bad on somebody, but you just been like, dang, all the stuff that this person done did, and they ain't getting persecuted for nothing. They just skating by. They just able to move on with their life. This, that, and the third, including what they did to me, my family, and my kids, and da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Don't trip, potato chip. Neptune said it's on the way. The 8th planet, change, progress, reward. There's a change coming. It took time to get it done. And whatever shit that they were talking, they're going to be rewarded for it. AKA karma finna whoop that ass. That's their reward. Karma. For the next 3 years, it's about to be hard for a lot of people, baby. You're going to see people that you witnessed have everything falter to nothing. And the thing about it is, that ain't got shit to do with you. It ain't got nothing to do with you, baby. Absolutely nothing. That is their reward. That is their reward for the progression that they implemented. That ain't got nothing to do with you. I'm telling you. Let these people do what they're going to do. Because, like my mama used to say, rest in peace, mama, a hard head makes a soft ass. If you don't want to listen, if you don't want to take heed, and you want to keep yipping and the yapping and the yapping and the yipping and running your mouth and making false accusations and false claims and networking and always wanting to play the victim and lie and cheat and steal, your reward is whatever karma you get. And I promise you, these next 3 years are going to be hell. Hell on earth for some people. Because they did too much when they should have sat their ass down. They really did. So, just understand this is collective read. All reads are timeless. And I ask that the Most High, Father God, ancestors, please grant the collective the serenity to accept the things that they cannot change, the courage to change the things that they can, and the wisdom to know the difference. I know I didn't give y'all a sermon, but I really had to put that out there for you guys, so you understand all 3 of the retrogrades that we're going to be going through to the end of this year is the truth. Those that have been lying, they are now on Front Street. Do you hear me? This last 6 months of 2025, which equals 9, intensity, accumulations, courage, action, Mars, the planet of war. These last 6 months is going to whip ass. And then it's just the beginning. It's just the beginning. They still got 2 more motherfucking years to go through getting their asses whipped. And that's just with the truth. That ain't with the physical. That ain't with life. That's just with communication, baby. That's just with this. With life, jobs lost, homes lost, cars lost, families lost, relationships lost, networks lost, kids lost, relatives lost, put under 6 feet, and all that shit. They can't take it. They're not going to be able to take it. But a hard hand makes a soft ass. That's exactly what you spoke into this world. You spoke it onto somebody else that didn't deserve it. Therefore, it's coming back to your ass. Good luck and Godspeed, my G. Good luck and Godspeed. So, today we're using the Before Tarot. I love this deck because it is like the original Rider-Waite-Smith deck, but it gives you an insight to what happened before they snapped the picture in the present or in that present moment. You get what I'm saying? So with these very important retrogrades coming up that allow people to see what it really is, have past relationships and issues and things come to the forefront, not to trigger you, but so you can fix it and or reconcile and heal from it. You know? I feel like that's what this deck is telling us. This deck is telling us, yeah, all of this is about to happen, but let me give you the scoop. Let me give you the scoop to do on what it was before all of this gets revealed. That's what I think is happening. One more, so let's go. I know I've been talking a little bit, but I had to give y'all this information so y'all really know what's up. Don't think that justice is not being served. It just takes time. It's pending. It's more than 5 to 7 business days, baby. I'm sorry. I had to learn that myself. Especially when you've been going through something for 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, 15 years. 15 years, 20 years, 30 years. It's a lot of people out there that's been going through something for a very long time. But baby, justice is here. So let's figure out what it is. 10 of Cups. Now, the original 10 of Cups, everybody happy. It's a rainbow, it's a sunny day. So before they get revealed, this is where you were. You were in a storm. You were trying to cover and shelter yourself and those you love around you from the storm. You were running from what they were doing. Because I feel like the storm is people. You were trying to shield yourself from this. Shield yourself from all of this stuff that's about to come out. Shield yourself from the backlash. You know, shield yourself from, you know, the persecution. And just get away. Just get away from all of that. Get away from the storm. I get it. Knight of Pentacles. He doesn't have the pentacle in his hand yet, as the Knight of Pentacles does have it. So he's reaching for it, and he's reaching for it in a tree. And a tree that looks like it's pretty grounded. Yeah, it's pretty grounded. So, in my mind, you were trying to shield yourself and or your family dynamic from whatever other people were trying to put onto you, and you were working You were trying to just make a way. You were trying to shield your family from all the negativity around you and just trying to make a way. If I can just get this, if I can just, you know. Nine of Pentacles. Now, with this card in particular, you know, the Nine of Pentacles, she has control of the bird. And she's comfortable in the garden. Right now, she's looking at the bird. And the bird that she has is the falcon, and the falcon has a thing over his eyes. I'm not quite sure why they do that, but I know it is a specific reason. But in this moment, I want to say I feel like you were wishing, you were asking, you were hoping for help. Because this is Nine of Pentacles. And then you got the Knight of Pentacles, which is one pentacle, which is 10 pentacles, which is full-on inheritance, family, health, and wealth. It makes me feel like you were just wanting to be okay with your family. That's what it's making me feel like. I just want to take care of my folks. I just want to take care of my people. Can you send me a sign? Is there anybody out there that can help? Now, this is what I'm feeling right now, but for me, as I read, sometimes the energy, maybe somebody's name starts with a D. Sometimes the energy does change, so. Seven of Swords. Somebody was planning to lie, cheat, and steal. Somebody was planning some type of betrayal. And while they're planning this betrayal, you are literally just like, can you help me? Somebody was taking some level of action against you, and you were looking to the sky. If I can just reach this. It's almost like I'm seeing somebody, while other people are plotting and scheming and scamming on you, you are looking to spirituality. You are looking Neptune. You're looking to a higher source to help you. To help you get your family out of the rain. To me, when I look at this card, 10 of Cups, before tarot, to me, this is the same thing as the 5 of Pentacles on the Rider-Waite-Smith tarot. Because if you're out in the rain, it's the same thing as being out in the cold. That's how I see it. And instead of it being just a woman and a child, it's a whole family. Like, you get what I'm saying? To me, this means the same damn thing as that 5 of Pentacles card. It really does. It means the same thing. But they were walking. You're running. You're working hard to get you and yours out of it. And then while you're trying to reach that pinnacle, you're looking for help. You're looking for guidance. I'm only doing 5 on a row, and I'm only doing 3 rows because I done talked a lot. The Magician. Now, when I look at this card, somebody is painting an illusion over the cup. Somebody is doing something to put you in this position to where you have to run from a storm. That pentacle that you're trying to reach, somebody is holding on to it. And the way it looks, I don't even know if he can really reach that pentacle. You get what I'm saying? I don't know if he can really reach it. Maybe he can. But do you see that? I consider that a flying monkey. Somebody else is stopping you from getting to that. The sword. Somebody felt like they can narrate your life. They can say and do what they want to keep you in a position to where you got to run, duck, and hide with your family because they are raining down on you so freaking heavy. They are doing so damn much to you. They coming hard on your ass. So that way you cannot get this pinnacle. That way you cannot get help. Somebody really did some extra stuff to create a narrative to where you would never receive any help, no matter how much you cried, no matter how much you prayed for it, no matter how hard you worked for it. And this is where they wanted you, and now this may be where they're at because of all of the things that they did to you. But this is where they wanted you. This is where you may have been. I feel like this is where you may have been. And even if you weren't there, I guarantee you they ass is there now. They're not making it to the Rider-Waite Smith. This is where they are now. Meanwhile, all the work that you done did, you're going to receive what you need. That spiritual guidance, you're going to get it. And whatever this is, it's not going to transpire. Whoever this magician is, they're a dub. Whoever thought that they could sit up there and do all of this towards you, they're a dub. These people now got to run, duck, and hide. They out here wishing for a pentacle. Meanwhile, you're being spiritually guided and you have all that you need. And they're still trying to sit out here and play games. They're still trying to play games. That's a psycho. Anybody that keeps doing the same thing over and over and over and never getting any different results, that's a psycho, baby. We gotta call a spade a spade. We do. That's literally what's going on. These people are now having to run and duck for cover because you reached what you needed. You got the guidance that you needed, even though they sat up there and told lies and tried to finagle some shit on you. Boom. Stop playing. Goofy motherfuckers. I'm sorry, y'all. I was raised by a sailor, therefore I curse like one. But at the same time, I be spitting real shit. Like, I mean, come on. Get saucy with your girl. Like, for real. Mind you, what did I say? This is before. I said this reading is timeless. It is timeless. But this is before the things that you knew. Therefore, this could have happened years ago, months ago, weeks ago, or in the future. But before these retrogrades, during these retrogrades, this is what is coming to light. Sometimes you ain't got to speak for yourself. Your enemies. Magician, 7 of Swords. Your enemies. Magician, 7 of Swords, 10 of Pentacles. They will testify for you. Let me say it again. Your enemies, the Magician, 7 of Swords, 10 of Cups, will testify for you. Meanwhile, you strong, solid, and still getting that paper. Still working on it. You feel me? Asking for guidance. Asking for guidance. And it's being sent to you. You feel me? Because the moment that bird lands in the Rider-Waite-Smith tarot deck, she's comfortable. That's the word. That is the word. Man, look. These folks better sit the fuck down. You better sit back down. What you mean? Sit back down. What you mean? You said that you're coming for me. Sit back down. Sit down. Sit y'all stupid ass down. Fuck wrong with y'all? 10 of Pentacles. Ace of Swords. It's in rock. The Ace of Swords stands up with the wreath and the crown. But right now it's in a rock because you weren't supposed to know. Like, you're not supposed to know that this is what they're going through right now. These goofies are out here messed up. The mama messed up. The daddy messed up. And because the mama and the daddy messed up, the kids messed up. Everybody's messed up. But you weren't supposed to know that. You were supposed to be so burdened, stuck in this rock, unable to get out, that you never would have found out the truth. Man, please. Knight of Pentacles. 4 of Cups. They see you reaching your goals. They see you doing what you're supposed to do, no matter what. Look, if you look around, it's all yellow. The trees ain't got no leaves and nothing like that. But you still thrive. Look, even the fucking leaf in his hat, that shit ain't green. They sick over this. This family is sick over this because you did not drink the poison. You did not deal with them. You didn't. They sick over this. Somebody got an alcohol addiction. 9 of Pentacles. Ace of Wands. Look, they're not even touching it yet. The Ace of Wands in the Rider-Waite-Smith tarot deck, they're holding that wand with confidence. They're not even touching it yet. So before they could even get to you on some bullshit, you had already asked for guidance and it came. That bird. That bird. Like I said, if you look at the original Rider-Waite-Smith tarot deck, this woman is comfortable in her garden and that bird got the goddamn gauze over his eye and he's chilling. And the moment he take that gauze off his eye as a falcon, he gonna go over there, eat what he gonna get, and then he gonna go back to his owner. Period. They didn't even have a chance. They thought. That's what they thought they were gonna do. No. You had already went to the Most High. And they sick behind it. A whole family is sick behind this. They thought that they were going to lie, cheat, and steal and take from you. Bitch, look, let me tell you something. I'm not going to sit here and play with these motherfuckers. Baby. When you are blessed, when you are blessed, you are blessed. When you are anointed, you are anointed. You have to know who you are. You have to be solidified in who you are. Fuck these people. Because they will do everything that they can to take you down. Nah, son, not on my watch. And I got a Casio. Motherfucker. Seven of Swords. Wheel of Fortune. They thought that they were going to be able to make this go in their favor. And they did not. They did not. They didn't make it. Therefore, they over here drinking and excessively being special and all of that shit because they already know they can no longer hide the truth. They're mad because even if you look at it, look at that sword. It's only the tip of the sword. It's only the tip of the sword that's in the rock. With enough work, you can take that out. With enough work, you can take that out. And they know that. That's why they ass is head for the motherfucking heels. Ugh. Why do people have to be so nasty? I don't know. I don't care. I don't even give a fuck. And I'm going to tell you one thing right now. When it comes down to the collective. Yo, let me tell you something, my G. Pull out that spiritual bazooka. Give a fuck what they talking about. You feel me? Pull out that spiritual bazooka. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care about being politically correct. I don't care about none of that. Because they stay playing with people that don't have nothing but love and purity in their heart. And they're mad because they some nasty, funky individuals. Leave the collective alone. Leave them alone. But you want to know something? Since they was feeling so spicy, they was feeling so goddamn shiny, these next retrogrades, Pluto, May 4th to October 13th, Neptune, July 4th to December 10th, Saturn, July 13th till November 28th, and it's still going to go till 2028. The Most High, the universe, the Father, the God, the Son, the Moon, the Holy Spirit going to show y'all asses. They're going to show y'all. So get ready, bitch. Get ready. You wanted this, now you got it. You son of a biscuit. Magician. Six of Cups. This person was hoping that they would be able to do what they, or these people were hoping that they would be able to do what they used to do to you in the past. And what I'm seeing right here is they was hoping that you would be able to plant flowers and plant seeds and grow and diverse and give them all of your good energy, and then they take the shit and bring it somewhere else. Because in the Rider-Waite-Smith tarot deck, when you look at this, this guy is giving her some flowers. And guess what? If you look in the background, she grew the goddamn flowers. How you gonna give her what she grew? How are you gonna give her what she grew? Fuck is you talking about? You thought, Mr. Magician, with your lying ass, you thought. Last row, bro, because, man, this is terrible. I had to learn that good people will always be good people. They will always be good people. But they get hurt. And when they get hurt bad. And sometimes it takes years for them to heal. And motherfuckers like this, They look at those people that they hurt and say, yeah, I did this, I did that. They'll never be the same again. Nah, son. Here's what they got to understand. Whenever that person that has been so kind and so loving and so sweet, when they heal in light and in love. But what they also heal in is understanding their shadow side. And that shadow side only comes out when necessary. So, if they've been hurt and they healed from that hurt, they can go out, they can love, they can they can still live a fulfilling life and be a great person to other people and still give love. But when they see people of this caliber, when they meet these people, they know their signature. They know their stench. They know their QR code. So, understand, if you've ever met somebody in your life that has been so angelic, and when they come around a certain person or persons or group, they turn into a whole nother person, understand, they've been there before. And their shadow side, which is not necessarily a bad side, their shadow side is letting them know, alert, alert, alert. Fuck niggas in the campus. Alert, alert, alert. Bitch in your area. Alert, alert, alert. Liar, cheater, thief. Alert, alert, alert. Take that motherfucker down. That's what happens. You can't trauma bond with a person like this. You can't. Anybody that's been through this, you can't trauma bond with a person like this. You want to know why? Because the trauma didn't change them. The trauma has set them up to where they know who causes the trauma. And bitch is about to be shut down. And you want to know something else? I'll tell you the beauty of somebody that knows how to deal with this. They could be of love and light all day, every day. And then when they come across somebody that is just in this energy and they spaz the fuck out, and people be like, whoa, wait a minute, I didn't even know what happened to you. And then they sit down and they explain. Ain't nobody got no questions. Let me tell you why I did what I did. Let me tell you why everything happened the way it happened. Because a good person is always going to be a good person. But when they're so used to being attacked and nobody got their back, they got to turn into a fucking demon for people to leave them alone. Collective. That's y'all. So when people see you spaz the fuck out, and then they be like, oh my gosh, what happened to you? What caused all of this? You know, you have the power to turn that demon off. Because that demon is not meant for people that you love and you care about. That's meant for your motherfucking enemies. So, after you turn off the goddamn gargoyle or turn off the Hulk, you can sit down with everybody that saw you be that way and be like, look, let me explain to you what happened to me. Let me explain to you why this happened to me. Let me explain to you what it did to me to make me respond like that. And if you're a good person If you are truly an earth angel, like your heart, your mind, your body, your soul says, anybody that is truly listening to you and understands your energy will understand why you did the fuck what you did. Because guess what? They would have did the same damn thing. The same thing. That's the difference. It's hard being a good person in this world. It's very hard because you're either weak in the eyes of another, and then when you defend yourself, you're overly aggressive. And that's not fair for somebody that never wanted to be a part of none of this shit. You just wanted to live your life. You didn't want to be a part of none of this. And all of a sudden, you're this and you're that because you had to defend yourself? No. Those that love, those that care, those that understand your energy, they will always understand when you sit down calmly. Because you ain't got no reason to be angry and aggressive and upset with them. No, the person that's coming after you, yeah, that's different. But when it comes down to the people that ain't no threat, no harm, no foul to you, you ain't got no problem saying, look, let me tell you what's up. You don't even raise your voice. And when you sit with them and they hear the story, they know you ain't lying. They know you ain't lying. Baby, that's what I said. I said what I said. Folks is always going to have your back because you're honest. But everybody got that dark side of them. Everybody got that dark side of them. And I don't care what you say. You could have been in the church for 10, 15, 50, 11 years. Every church person has a dark side when they feel threatened. They do. Now, are you using your dark side to be a part of something else, or are you using your dark side to protect? That's the question. Anybody spiritual, we all have dark sides. Period. Like, stop playing. Get some water. Ten of Cups, Ace of Swords. The Hangman. Now, mind you, Hangman on the Rider-Waite tarot, because I'm really teaching y'all some shit. If you looking at these cards, I'm really teaching y'all. If you look at the original card, there is a yellow light around his head. Right now, it is not. It is just like spikes, like his head hurts. And yet there are two birds. Crows. Now, did y'all know that crows talk shit? Crows will hold on to some shit for at least 10 or more years, and then they will go to another crow and talk shit. Yes. While you're in limbo and trying to shield yourself and your family, they was up here talking about you. While you didn't have nothing, while you couldn't bring yourself out of a certain situation, they talked about you. They sure did. And that's the truth. But they didn't want you to know that. They didn't want you to know that. They didn't want you to know that they had such a heavy influence in regards to you being a better person. Knight of Pentacles, Four of Cups. The Emperor. Okay, so now he got a lamp. Now, like, when I think about the Emperor, I know he keeps that in his hand. He got a lemon in his hand. The animal, I'm a little confused. But he's standing up. So this Emperor brought everything that he needed so that way he can sit down and be comfortable, according to the Rider-Waite-Smith Tarot. This Emperor already knew that you were here. This is the same row. Moving forward, harmony complete. Venus, love, values. There was no love with this emperor. He didn't value anything about you. An emperor, order, stability, organization. He just wanted to dominate. And because he could not dominate you and he couldn't hide the truth from you, this is where he was. Because no matter what, you kept thriving. You kept thriving. He thought he was going to be able to take action against you. Bitch, please. I don't know what the fuck you thought this was. This ain't no real ass emperor. This ain't no man. This ain't nothing that could ever be nothing on top of nothing. The fuck is you talking about? Yes, I curse. Sorry, I was raised by a sailor. And I love y'all. And I hate this for y'all. It's almost like, why do you have to go through this if you just want to live? Like, why do you have to be punished for walking away quietly? You didn't sully nobody's name. You didn't try to make anybody look bad or anything like that. You just said, okay, I'll go. I see a situation where somebody said, you ain't this, you ain't that, you can't do this, you can't do that, da 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 da. You ain't worth shit. You'll never be shit. And then you said, okay, I'll go. And then you left. And it warranted fucking warfare on your life? I thought I agreed with you. I thought I agreed with you. You said I wasn't shit. I wasn't gonna be shit. Da 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 da. You're right. I will move on so you can find something better. And now you want to kill me? Now you want to hurt me? Like, what the fuck? It doesn't make sense. That's how you know there are small-minded people in this world. Ace of Wands, Nine of Pentacles. Five of Swords. Now, what I get with this Five of Swords is people thought that you weren't going to fight back. This is what I'm getting. Because, let me see. 1, 2. Wait, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They thought you weren't going to fight back. 2 people really stood up. And I think it's these crows. These cackling motherfuckers. Them 2 crows. Whoever those crows are. They thought that you were not going to fight back. Bitch, come on. And then the other 2, they dropped their swords and they said, nah, I ain't with it. They too strong. They didn't think you were going to fight back. I don't see, because usually the 5 of Swords is conflict. Nah, I see defense. You really fucking thought that you was going to come against the collective and start some shit. Well, bitch, I'm with the shit because you thought I did not know the truth. And I do. And the moment I pulled my sword out of that rock, the moment I got clarity on what the fuck was going on, bitch, let's go. Stop playing. And ain't a lot of swords out here. But the moment, collective, the moment you took your sword out of that rock, You said, ho, square up. You see them? You see them down there? They said, nah, I don't want that smoke. But it was two other people that was like, yeah, well, let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Fuck is you talking about? That's exactly what I said. People be wondering, why is it that you're so calm, cool, and collected, but when it come down to certain people, you will slice and dice their ass. And then you could still be calm afterwards and say, let me explain this shit to you. That's what that is. That's what that is. That's exactly what that is. Wheel of Fortune, Seven of Swords. The Hermit. Now, when I look at the Hermit here, usually the Hermit has the snake already set. He has the star and the lantern, and the light is already shining. When I look at this, the Hermit found what he was looking for. He found out what these people were trying to do to you. And that changed the Wheel of Fortune. I'm trying to hold it down because I know the light be kind of, yeah. But he found out what these people were trying to do to you. And that changed the Wheel of Fortune, babe. I don't even know who this Hermit is. You don't even know who this Hermit is. It could be the legal system, to be honest. Somebody that's been in the background. Look at all them stars. Look at all those stars around the Hermit. They've just been putting shit together, pieces by piece, by piece, by piece, by piece. Motherfuckers that want to make it seem like they're innocent, they're healers, and da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. But no, I know who the real one is. I know who it is. I'm about to put it in this lantern, and then I'm about to put it out there. Because you motherfuckers been playing too long. I'm sorry. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm not sorry. What y'all talking about? I'm not sorry. Why would I be sorry for defending y'all? Nope, not. Sorry. Six of Cups, Magician. The Fool. They wanted to steal your new beginning. And look. This is very interesting to me because the Fool is looking down at the dog that's in the roses. But if you look at the original Rider-Waite-Smith tarot, it's on a cliff and ain't no roses over there, and the dog is behind him. So that means to me that you already knew. You already knew that you were going to be able to lay in green pastures. You knew what was down at the bottom, therefore taking that leap of faith was nothing. How about that? You already knew what was down at the bottom, therefore looking up and seeming so dumbfounded, not in a disrespectful way, but just saying, leap of faith. You already knew what was down there. This is before you did it. Therefore, you knew. You knew. You intuitively knew. You've been a warrior. You've been a warrior. You've been a fighter. You've been doing what you gotta do, no matter what anybody ever did to you. And the thing is, you intuitively knew what people were doing to you, but life be lifing. Yeah, I know you fucking me over, but I ain't got time to worry about that right now because I gotta do what I gotta do over here. That's what I feel like it was for you, collective. You wasn't giving a fuck about none of that extraterrestrial shit. Yeah, well, it's this and this and this and this and this and that. But at the end of the day, I still got a baby. I still got babies. I still got a life. I still got family. I still got bills. You feel what I'm saying? You did not allow any of this to stop your hustle. Let me tell you what I see for real. Hold on, because we going to talk about it. I'm going to tell you what I see in regards to you. You just trying to do what you got to do, right? And there are people that are keeping you from the truth, right? They don't want you to take any kind of action, right? They don't want you to take action. No, wait, hold on, because I gotta put this up like the way it's supposed to go. No, let's do it. They don't want you to take action. They don't want you to know the truth. But regardless of anything, good fortune is on your side. Yeah. And even though they tried to mess you up, like, they tried to really mess you up, bro. Like, they really tried to mess you up. They didn't want you in light or nothing because they ain't no yellow circle. They just wanted to keep you there and talk about you. But you know what you did? You said, bitch, come on. Bitch, come on. Because I know what I'm supposed to have. I know what I'm supposed to have. This you, collective. I hate the fact that due to the fact that you're so strong, people come after you. Because everybody should be able to live a life. They should be able to live their life, their own life. You feel me? Shouldn't nobody have to answer to no one and any of that and blase, like, it should not be any of that. If somebody walks away from you, if somebody don't want to be in a family with you, leave it alone. Like, to me, I feel like the most embarrassing thing about that is if you keep trying to bring it up. Redeem yourself by never talking about it again. But you want to tell everybody that they did something to you knowing that you got dumped, knowing that you fucked up. Bro, you didn't have to go out sad. Sis, you did not have to go out sad. You could have went out with your dignity intact. Had you handled this shit like a fucking adult. What's the last card? Knight of Wands in reverse. Somebody that's immature. Confirmation. They couldn't go out. They couldn't go out in style because they too immature. They thought they were going to be able to do some shit to you. They thought that they were going to be able to pull the wool over your eyes and take some money from you. They thought, look, I'm telling you what it is. They thought with a fake ass love offer. And what's behind it? The lovers with they sexing ass. Because they already knew that it was about nothing but heartbreak and money. Money. They knew that. So let's go through it. They thought that they would be able to take action. By being a Knight of Wands in reverse, an immature person, action to action. They thought. They didn't do it, but they thought, correct? And they thought that they could love bomb you, emotionally trap you, and you would never see it, correct? While you were working to get what you needed, they thought that they would be able to take it from you. Do you not? Look, just look at this card. You're reaching for it and they're trying to take it. Do you see what I'm saying? You're working on it and they're planning on taking it from you. So with that, they thought that they could love bomb you. 7, 8 cups. By being overly sexual and trying to get you into some extraterrestrial stuff to break your heart and take your money. Let me tell this story again one more time. They thought that they would take action against you. To be a Knight of Wands in reverse. To be impulsive with their stick. And they thought that they could emotionally manipulate you and you would not see. That way they could take from you while you were building. So they came with another cup to love bomb you, to tell you lies, to try to make it seem like they were emotionally set for you with some sexual energy. Look at it. With a plan. Bird, with a plan to break your heart and take your money. I don't care about none of these folks. I don't. The one thing I want you to know is that you's a soldier. You solid. For real, for real. I don't understand why people do these things. But then again, I do understand why people do these things. Especially when they're weak. They're poverty-stricken mentally. They're malice. they can't make it on their own. And these are the same people you'll see in their 40s and 50s and 60s still struggling and blaming everybody else for why they're struggling. Nah, son. This you collective. It don't matter how many people they got. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It don't matter. Stand your ground. Because at the end of the day, they can bury the truth, but you know what's up. I got so much love for y'all. And I just want y'all to keep fighting, because at the end of the day, they ain't got shit on you.